Well, I gotta say, tornadoes yesterday were crazy out in Oklahoma. A lot of storm damage. Muskogee, uh, a lot of towns have been heavy impacted by tornadoes last night. There was a big cell structure. Boy, it went through Oklahoma, just east of Tulsa. And gotta say, that storm, it was bad. I mean, it developed like east of Tulsa and it went all the way to Muskogee, and there was tornadoes with it. There was powerful winds going to 130 plus mile per hour winds with large hail and very destructive winds. Well, tonight the cleanup is underway in Muskogee, Oklahoma. My friend Duncan and his family, they are all right. They did take cover when the sirens went off, and pretty much it's been one of them days. The tornadoes went through, and yeah, we had Reed Timmer and his storm chasers in Oklahoma yesterday chasing the storms, and yep, still watching him right now. But anyway, it was bad. I mean, tornadoes. The cleanup right now is underway in Oklahoma. You know, I got good news. The tornadic activity is pushing east away from Oklahoma, and so far that was it for now. I mean, I don't know if we get another outbreak or I don't know what's going to happen, but our eyes are on North Texas and Oklahoma like nothing else. We're keeping eyes because there could be another outbreak really soon. You know, as soon as this outbreak goes all the way to the eastern seaboard, then that's it. You know, we're in the clear, at least for now, because this thing is traveling east. But anyway, I did talk to Duncan. I chat with him on Facebook Messenger. He said $300 to $400 worth of his food and groceries will be ruined. And I think it is because the electricity is not supposed to be restored until tomorrow evening at 10 o'clock. So, I gotta say, that's pretty bad right there. But anyway, thoughts and prayers to everybody out in Oklahoma, Muskogee, and the heavy hit places that seen tornadoes last night. We pray for a lot of people, and we will definitely keep y'all in prayer as we go through the evening and as we go through this week. I know it's a setback for everybody. But anyway, Lavernia Church Christ in Lavernia, Texas, also sending prayers to those out in Oklahoma and Muskogee and the hard-hit places that seen tornadoes. And I gotta say, the season is already full swing. I mean, we could have one outbreak pass by and then another outbreak right on the horizon fixing to form up. It's because we have these disturbances, you know, going like a upper level low going right there, and then, I mean, it could bring heavy rain, severe weather, and even potential tornadoes. The tornadic activity is not out of the question. But anyway, I gotta say, that was wicked what we saw in Oklahoma last night. But to be well prepared for any future outbreak, this goes for everybody out in Oklahoma and, you know, tornado safety. You want to make sure that you have food, water, snacks, anything that'll get you by within a week or two or until the power is restored. If it's like really destructive damage, It may be a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months. We don't know how long it'd be. But you got to make sure that you have like everything you need, like insurance, like in case if you lose your house, tornado insurance. And, you know, you got to have canned goods, you got to have bottled water, you got to have flashlights, and batteries, weather powered radio, in case if any watches or warnings are issued for your area. You're going to make sure you have toilet paper. You can have peanuts in a jar. Well, planter peanuts, peanut butter type peanuts. And so far, you want to make sure that you are weather ready. Next time, you need to be weather ready. You need to make sure that you have lots of water. Get you big Members Mart waters or whatever you may find. You can find those HEB or somewhere. But anyway, you just got to make sure that you are prepared and that you are ready. For if any outbreak comes your way, you need to be ready in case if a tornado warning is issued for your area. You need to be prepared. You need to be ready. Be weather ready. And I did talk to Duncan. I said, hey, that's why I'm a storm spotter. I'm keeping eyes on the sky. I'm watching Brady, Texas. I'm watching my parents' home there. I'm watching Muskogee. It's a good thing I said something, because if I didn't say anything, lives would have been lost, and that would have been a bad thing. But anyway, I said something to Duncan. I said, hey man, you need to be prepared. It's not a joke. Don't take my word seriously. If you hear me frantically say, if you have a warning, a tornado watch, that's my eyes on the sky, because one little spark could ignite the whole atmosphere. You can have an F1, F2, F3, F4, or even the biggest tornado called the F5 on the Fujita scale. You need to be on alert. That's all I'm saying, is just be on alert. If ever you get a tornado like that, get to the lowest level of your home, away from windows. Yes, cars are a bad idea. Do not ever get in a car and try to outrun a tornado, because if it catches you, you're dead. You don't want to ever try to outrun a tornado. Your life is more important than your car or your home. You can replace your property, but you can't ever replace a life. That's what I'm trying to say, y'all. But everybody needs to stay weather ready, because you never know. Another outbreak could soon be here. Oklahoma, North Texas, the same places that got hit yesterday. Monday, May 19th, 2025 will be a day remembered that Oklahoma has seen tornadic activity, the highest it's ever been. Tornadoes, I think there was about 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tornadoes in that squall line. And yeah, we're still seeing them in Athens, Alabama tonight. Storm chasers Tim Reed, or Reed Timmer, I do apologize, I'm switching his names around, but anyway, Reed Timmer and his gang are out in Alabama, and they're out chasing tornadoes. But anyway, they got weather data. They shot a thing up in the tornado, and boy, Reed looked like he got a little. They get that grass in his mouth, and I think he got a little in his throat or something. But anyway, he was coughing up and gagging. A storm and stuff, but anyway. But yeah, as I said before, guys, be weather alert, make a plan. If you have a family, make a plan. Make sure you have a needed essential items such as weather radio, batteries, canned goods, peanuts, toilet paper, water. Water is always important when you're in situations like these. You need to have that, and plus another thing, the first aid kit. I forgot about that. First aid kit is always important as well. In case if you get injured or you get cuts, scrapes, it don't matter. First aid kit, make sure you grab that too. And also, whatever is valuable, whatever is important to you, you got to make sure that you take that as well. But anyway, 6:48 on this Tuesday night, we're getting ready for the ball game. We are taking on the Wichita Wind Surge all the way from Wichita, Kansas, and taking on the San Antonio Missions this evening. And yes, man, that storm is going through Madison, headed right to Huntsville, Alabama. Well, and that storm looks bad. That's the same storm that was on, the bad stuff that went through Oklahoma yesterday. Same storm system. This things are getting bad right now, but for all those that were infected by these tornadoes, by the bad storms, we definitely will keep y'all in prayer. And through these difficult times, and we lift each other up. And so far, on behalf of J. Baker Vlogs and Baker J Studios, keep the faith, because the best is yet to come. Just hang in there. And anyway, we'll keep y'all up to date here on A Day in the Life. This is a video for everybody because it could save a life. It could save you in a situation where you are in the path of a tornado. You got to really make sure you pay attention to the weather and make sure that you get to your safe place, the lowest level of your home, away from windows, interior closet with nothing, no windows, or a basement, or storm cellar if you got one. Make sure that you are ready, because with all the stuff that's going on right now, the tornadoes, there's just so much. So make sure that you guys are weather ready. All right, y'all, we'll see you on the next one. So everybody, be safe.